Time to go on the docket with attorney John Patrick Dolan. He joins us every single Monday, breaking down all of your legal news. So thank you for joining us this morning.
Happy
Welcome,
Columbus
John.
Day.
Happy Columbus Day.
Bright and early on this Monday morning.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for joining us. You know, it's tough. It's tough for us just to get in, but here you are.
Yeah.
I'm an early guy. Just don't try and catch me too late at night.
You were mentioning Columbus Day, so courts are closed today, right? Just
Courts are closed today all over the
for
country,
everybody.
federal and state courts, at least in California. I'm not sure about the other states. Celebrating Christopher Columbus, one of our fellows of Italian heritage
Discovered America.
There's a bigger celebration in New York than there is here. I think we have probably more Italians.
Yeah.
But famous guy from Genoa, Italy, originally.
Well, let's
So
talk about
trivia
another
for you.
famous person. Extradited terrorist appeared in court on Friday. Who is
His
this?
name is Abu Hamza al-Masri.
That's pretty good.
He's 54-year-old former cleric over in London. He is charged with attempting to set up a terrorist training camp in Oregon. He was indicted back in 1998, also with being involved in the abduction of 16 people in Yemen back in the 1990s as well. For 14 years, he and a couple of other folks that are identified as potential terrorists have been fighting extradition to the United States from a 1998 indictment. Finally, they've exhausted all their remedies, all their appellate rights in London, and so they were brought to New York last Friday and arraigned in New York.
And then also affirmative action has really been in the news lately. There's a woman, Abilgail Fisher, who claims that she was denied acceptance to the University of Texas because of their affirmative action program. So tell us what the latest is on this case.
Well, we've had these affirmative action programs, and in 2003, a Supreme Court case came down that said, look, you want to have diversity to enrich the educational experience in colleges, and you should reach a critical mass where you have the necessary diversity, and that's why you use quotas and affirmative action. That was in 2003. The court has changed composition since then, and this case now addresses the question again, what is critical mass? How much diversity is necessary? Is it fair to have reverse discrimination? And so Abilgail Fisher is the person who has the name on the case that is going to be decided. And Justice Roberts, who is now the Chief Justice and replaced Justice Powell, who wrote the original opinion in 2003, essentially has said, if you want to get rid of racial discrimination, then you should get rid of racial discrimination, and you should not discriminate in any way. So many people, court watchers, are believing that when this case is resolved, it may be the end to affirmative action.
Do we have time just to talk about the Daniel Garcia sentencing and the Clifford Lambert murder?
Well, he was sentenced last Friday. You remember this is sort of a long-standing case here in the Coachella Valley regarding a man who is alleged to have been murdered, and several people have been convicted of his murder, although interestingly, no body has ever been found.
Wow.
And there are appeals flying in all directions for the people that have been convicted in this case. It'll be interesting to see. One last defendant is going to be sentenced here in about a month, and then it will be an appellate case for probably the next couple of years.
So we're not going to stop hearing about this case. It's going to continue to be in the news for sure.
I think you'll hear about it for at least another couple of years.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, John, for joining us this morning, as
Sure.
always.
Body, amazing. John Patrick Dolan right there, DolanLawOffices.com. If you want to find out more about what he does and if he can help you. Time right now is 27 minutes after the hour. We'll have the morning's top news stories just ahead for you, plus an update on your local lifestyle weather forecast. John, thank you for coming by.